The human nervous system is a complex network of specialized cells, tissues, and organs that coordinates and controls the functions of the body. It is divided into two main parts, the central nervous system, CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, PNS. Central nervous system, CNS. 1. Brain. The brain is the command center of the nervous system. 1. It receives, processes, and interprets sensory information, initiates motor responses, and regulates various bodily functions. 1. It is responsible for consciousness, memory, emotions, and higher cognitive functions. 2. Spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long, cylindrical bundle of nerve fibers that extends from the base of the brain down through the spinal column. 2. It acts as a relay between the brain and the PNS, transmitting signals to and from the brain. 2. It also controls simple reflexes without involving the brain. Peripheral nervous system, PNS. 1. Nerves. Nerves are bundles of specialized cells called neurons that transmit signals between the CNS and the rest of the body. 1. There are two types of nerves, cranial nerves, which connect the brain to the head and neck, and spinal nerves, which connect the spinal cord to the rest of the body. 2. Autonomic Nervous System, UNS. The UNS regulates involuntary bodily functions, such as heartbeat, digestion, breathing, and glandular secretion. 2. It is further divided into the sympathetic and parasympathetic divisions, which have opposing effects on these functions, maintaining a balance. 3. Somatic Nervous System, SNS. The SNS controls voluntary movements and transmits sensory information from the body to the CNS. 3. It enables activities such as walking, talking, and grasping objects. Neurons are the fundamental units of the nervous system. They are specialized cells capable of transmitting electrical impulses called action potentials. Neurons have three main components. 1. Cell body, soma, contains the nucleus and other essential cell structures. 2. Dendrites, branch-like structures that receive signals from other neurons and transmit them towards the cell body. 3. Axon, a long, slender projection that carries electrical impulses away from the cell body to other neurons or target tissues. Neurons communicate with each other at specialized junctions called synapses, where chemical messengers called neurotransmitters transmit signals across the gap between neurons. The human nervous system is responsible for coordinating and regulating all bodily functions, including sensory perception, movement, memory, learning, and control of various organs and systems. It plays a crucial role in maintaining homeostasis and allows humans to interact with their environment. Neurons are specialized cells that are the fundamental building blocks of the nervous system. They are responsible for transmitting and processing information in the form of electrical signals, allowing for communication between different parts of the body, as well as between the body and the brain. Neurons have three main components. Cell body, soma. This is the main part of the neuron that contains the nucleus and other cellular organelles. It is responsible for maintaining the overall function and health of the neuron. Dendrites. Dendrites are branch-like extensions that extend from the cell body. They receive incoming signals from other neurons or sensory receptors. These signals are in the form of chemical messages called neurotransmitters. Axon. The axon is a long, slender projection that carries electrical signals away from the cell body. It is covered by a fatty substance called myelin, which acts as an insulating layer, allowing for faster transmission of signals. At the end of the axon, there are terminal branches that form synapses, which are specialized junctions where the neuron communicates with other neurons or target cells. Functions of neurons. Sensory neurons. These neurons transmit sensory information from sensory organs, such as the eyes, ears, skin, etc., to the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. They allow us to perceive and respond to the external environment. Motor neurons. Motor neurons carry signals from the central nervous system to muscles and glands, enabling movement and controlling bodily functions. They coordinate muscle contractions and control the release of hormones. Interneurons. Interneurons act as connectors between other neurons. They are located within the brain and spinal cord and facilitate communication between sensory and motor neurons. They play a crucial role in integrating and processing information. Information processing. Neurons process and transmit information through electrical impulses called action potentials. When a neuron receives a signal, it generates an electrical impulse that travels down the axon, allowing communication with other neurons. This electrochemical signaling enables complex information processing, learning, and memory formation. Synaptic transmission. At synapses, neurons communicate with each other using chemical signals called neurotransmitters. When an action potential reaches the end of an axon, neurotransmitters are released into the synapse, where they bind to receptors on the dendrites or cell bodies of neighboring neurons. This transmission of signals across synapses allows for communication and integration of information between neurons. Overall, the functions of neurons are critical for the proper functioning of the nervous system, enabling various physiological processes, sensory perception, motor control, cognition, and behavior.